guys, it is Miss Allender, and today we're going to continue talking about rational numbers on a number line. But more specifically, we're going to kind of look at if we have numbers that are both decimals and fractions and kind of what we do with those. So on Monday, when we did our lesson, we were talking about negative numbers, positive numbers, and them all being a whole number. But now we're throwing in the curveball of fractions and decimals. So I've already started my number line here, and we're just going to work with this set of numbers. So negative 0, 0.5, 1/4, 1.5, negative 3/4, and 0. So to start off, to make it easier on me, I do label these. It's like A, B, C, D, and E, just so that when I place them, I know where to place them in the letter associated with them. So I have a nice number line here. I have my 0, and all my positive numbers are to the right. All my negative numbers are to the left. So looking at this, I kind of had to decide, how am I going to divide up my number line? And typically, how I look at it is I look at the fraction with the biggest common denominator, or the biggest denominator in general. So we have 4s for both of ours. But say you have a fraction of 5/8. You may have to divide this into 8s. But for our purpose, we only have to do 4s. So I'm going to go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then this would be considered 4/4. I'm going to do the same between each of my numbers. All right, so I kind of have it split up into 4s. So now I have to plot. So negative 0.5. Well, to think about this, I always think it's easiest to convert all these into one thing. So I know this 0.5 is also negative 1/2. But I know negative 1/2 is also negative 2/4. So I would go start at 0 and go to the left, because that's where your negatives are. 1/4 and 2/4. Put a dot and then put the letter A. Now I'm looking at this next one. 1/4. It's a positive number. So I know positive numbers are going to go to the right of my 0. So this is 1/4 right here. And again, putting my letter above it so that I know. Now 1.5, I know it's over 4/4. So I know this is the same as 1 and 1/2 or 1 and 2/4. So I know it's going to be past 1 because it's a positive number. 1/4, 2/4. So I'm going to label it, put C. Now this one's negative 3/4. Negative numbers are to my left, so I'm going to go negative 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 here, and put a D. And then my last one is at 0. So I'm just going to plot my point at 0 and put an E. Okay? So now we're going to kind of look at, we've got them all plotted on a number line. How do you put them in least to greatest order? How do you know which one's the smallest to the biggest? So always to the left of the 0, the further left you go, the smaller the number is going to become. And the further right you go from the 0, the bigger the number is going to become. So D would be my smallest, and D's negative 3/4. Then A is my smallest, and that's negative 0.5. Then E, I'm just moving across the number line here. Then B, which would be positive 1/4. And lastly, C, which is positive 1.5. So I just wrote this from least to greatest just by looking at the number line here. So In the workshop practice, you guys are going to have another set of numbers that are between decimals and fractions, and you're going to work through plotting them on a number line. Please reach out via Canvas if you have any questions, and if you're in person, please make sure to ask your teachers. Thank you.